Some of the most brilliant ideas are super simple. I just got a care package from Loon, if you couldn't tell. In this product spotlight video, we're going to go over all the new tools from Loon Outdoors. And one in particular is a tool that nobody knew they needed. I didn't know I needed it. Can we get any more ladybugs in here? Gosh. So over the last few years, Loon has really started to make tools that are just phenomenal. It's no secret that I've worked with Loon for quite a few years now, but I feel like we have trust here, and I'm not gonna BS you. For the most part, when it comes to tools, I generally lean toward the simpler is better motto. And I'm sure it's not their mission statement or anything, but it seems like Loon has always taken that simpler is better motto and then tweaked it just a little bit to make simple that much better. So these are just dubbing brushes. These are the old ones. And like the main thing about them, they call it Ergo. And the handles are really nice. They make them just a little bit bigger. They fit in the hand just a little bit better. They're nicely powder coated. I just really like the direction that Loon is going with their tools. First up, the new wire cutters. Wish I had some wire cutters to cut the plastic off of that. So the first thing I notice with these is they're not gonna be just your average everyday wire cutters that can only cut big wire or little wire. We all know what I'm talking about, right? Like they don't have these big huge jaws on them to where they only cut big wire. Or they don't have these tiny little jaws that only cut little tiny wire. So these are gonna cut everything from like musky and pike leaders all the way to like dubbing brush wire. Cause it's got a little nose? I don't know. It's got a little nose so it can really kind of get in there. So this is the wire that I use to articulate streamers, and this is where my mind went immediately. Up next, the Dloop Tweezer sets. The full sets come in like these really nice boxes. I've seen fly boxes that are worse made than this. Just saying. You don't have to buy these in the set. You can buy these each on their own, but here's what they come with. The largest with a super strong angle. So if you have materials in here, you can just drop it into a dubbing loop. Super easy. The small one's on the angle, which is gonna do the exact same thing, just in a smaller. And then the straight nosed ones, which would still do everything else, just like these will. Let's be honest, they're all tweezers. So you can use these as tweezers. You can pick up beads if you have issues with picking up beads. You can pick up hooks. If you're Brian from _ties_flies_, you could put your hook into the vise that way. But where these are gonna really shine in my eyes are your dubbing loops. So now you're ready to just drop this into a dubbing loop, and the angle makes it so easy. Like, it really does. They are self-locking, so when you don't have any pressure on them is when they're locked, which is exactly what you need for this type of tweezer. You know, you don't need to be worrying about squeezing it while you're trying to put it into a dubbing loop. You just need to be able to release it when you're ready to release it and not before. Again, we're going back to super simple design, but really well designed. And the smaller ones work really well with CDC. Like, that stuff's not going anywhere. Up next, the Ergo dialed in bobbin. Now I have a confession. I've never had one of this style of bobbins that I liked really at all. So this is just a regular Ergo Bobbin. I'm one of these people that likes to have my thread control, like the tension control, in my hand. But you guys that love the tweakable bobbin are insane over these things. You love them. I'm trying not to compare. It's the hardest thing to do. It is so hard to do, to not compare this to another obvious company. If you know, you know. I don't care. I'm just gonna do it. The main difference in this bobbin and other bobbins that you've seen that are like this is this housing or foot. Okay? So on the main other bobbin that's like this, it's just a wire that goes down into a housing, and I stripped that out every single time. Every single time. I'm not bashing that other company. I promise I'm not, because that's not what we're about here. But I'm just saying, I did. I stripped it out every single time. There's nothing to strip out here. Nothing at all. It fits the hand really well. Everything on it is metal. Even the screw head that holds it on. So you're gonna load these like this. The people that love these, love these. And again, I love this matte black. Up next, the Ergo curved hair scissors. Now let's just be honest, scissors are scissors. But I have leaned toward these hair scissors a lot more lately. I like how they cut and how precise they are. And these curved scissors are golden. Golden. One of the blades is a smooth blade, while the other is serrated. So what that's gonna do is, instead of pushing material out as you cut, the serrated blade will hold that material while the smooth blade cuts it. So if you're trimming a deer hair head or a wool head or a knucklehead or whatever, this curved automatically helps you get that. But if you've ever had a pair of like bad slick scissors, like both of the blades are smooth, and you go to cut, you'll know what I'm talking about. It just bends the fibers over and it doesn't cut them, or it doesn't cut them real well. One serrated, one smooth does a fantastic job of holding, cutting. Yeah. Also comes in yellow, just in case. And last but certainly not least is a tool that I didn't know I needed. The Ergo Easy Cutter. Early in the video, I said something about appreciating something that's super simple, and yeah, this is it. So you can tell right here is a V, right? And when you have this V and it's sharpened, this is so simple. This cuts your thread super easy. When I'm in production fly tying mode, like when I'm getting ready to do a drop or, something like that. New drop coming soon, by the way. I find myself whip finishing, pulling my thread tight, and just cutting my thread with the V of my scissors right here. Just boom, real quick, it's done, I move on. Which is exactly what this right here does. Is this not the coolest hook you've ever seen in your life? I was scared to even put it in my vise. So here's a schlappen feather. Super simple. And then to cut your thread, this just makes sense. This just makes sense. I don't know if you can see how clean that cuts, but it's just super clean. Super clean. Pretty cool, huh? Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I was gonna try to build a thing. It's not gonna work. So give these tools a shot. I'm particularly excited about the tweezers and the Ergo cutter. You're gonna see the tweezers coming up pretty soon. I'm gonna do a CDC video, and those tweezers are gonna come in majorly handy. But I appreciate how well Loon's tools are made. They're just made well. They fit the hand so well. I love the powder coat. It's like a super thick, good powder coat. I just dig what they do. I really do. Also a member of 1% for the Planet. Just a good company. So thanks for watching, but let's give one of these things away. For your chance to win one of these, like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll have the random comment generator pick a random comment, send you some tools. Also, there's always links in the description of the video. It'll take you to where you can buy all these tools, and you'll be all set.